Hey guys, I'd like to thank our sponsors, the B Token, the future of home sharing on the blockchain. The ICO has garnered a ton of interest well beyond their expectations. Be sure to check out their website at btoken.com. Their ICO starts January 31st. Be sure to subscribe to their email list to stay reminded. Otherwise, you may lose your chance at this one, folks. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sam Capizzi, here at Cryptosomniac to bring you everything cryptocurrency related, where the markets never sleep and neither do we. Today is January 7th, 2018, Sunday. A lot of people probably headed back to work tomorrow that took those extended breaks over Christmas and New Year's. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Creative? What's going on? Ron Does, Dewey Dow, Danny D, Hodlers Weekly, Tech Nizzy, we got Strict Live, we got Thaladin. First time watching live, 2 a.m. That's awesome. Hopefully we can answer you some questions then for you. What's going on? Strother Benson, Dr. G, Dr. C, Hodlers Weekly. I know it is crazy. By the way, so check out I do support the B Token. B Tokens are one of our sponsors. We do really like them. Check them out. Good ICO that I'll be participating in. And check them out. Where's my boy? He's in the shower. He's going to do a stream later tonight if you're interested in catching up with the late night show. What's going on? What's going on? I think there's playoff football going on. It's that time of year. We got college football bowl games. We've got a whole lot of stuff going on. I missed out on GVT. Hey, man, we've been calling GVT here for weeks. And it just keeps running. And actually, GVT is one of the special ones here in my presentation today. So today we're going to cover my top 10 cryptocurrency portfolio for 2018 high risk fund. It's a follow-up to the series of my top 10 cryptocurrencies medium risk and top 10 long-term risk. So if you enjoyed this and if you're looking for something of a different risk profile, I definitely suggest you take a look at some of the other videos that we did back a couple of days ago. Here's one for medium risk, and then there's one that's a little bit older for retirement. And this fund right here is going to be for people that are probably 18 to 25 years old in age, people that can afford higher risk. They're not coins that I picked out of my ass. They have decent cryptos. They have decent projects behind them. They're just a little bit further down on the list with potential for greater gains. That's really all. They're a little bit riskier. They do have a chance to fall flat on their face, but this portfolio here has the greatest chance of making it to that 10 million mark or 100 million mark or whatever it is than the other ones. However, it has more chance of literally falling flat on its face. So keep that in mind. I've designed it for someone that's maybe 18 to 25 years old, 25 years of age. And I also want to clarify or pre-state or just publicly state I own all these cryptocurrencies, so they are all things that I do believe in. I own all 10 that I'm going to talk about today. So we'll try to answer some questions and give you guys the presentation. So let me open it up in Google Slides and we will get started here. So hope everyone's doing good today. Top 10 cryptocurrencies high risk portfolio. And again, these are in no particular order, by the way. They're just top 10. So if you had 10 cryptocurrencies you wanted to invest in and you're a high risk person, you're in the age of 18 to 25, I think these would be pretty good options. Spread 10% into each one. There's no the assignment for how much or what rank they should be in your portfolio. They're just 10 in general. And I think that, like I said, I hold all of them. I think they're all great. And I'm not your financial advisor, so be careful. And let's get to it. So number one, Dragon Chain. Now this is a great coin that I've been looking at for a while. I own some. I've called it a couple of days ago. Someone asked on Twitter why 18 to 25, just because this is, you know, a little bit higher risk. Younger people can afford more risk. So that's why I designed this for someone, say, 18 to 25 years of age. But it all depends. This is high risk, and generally people with higher risk and that are younger can afford more, more risk. So Dragon Chain is number one, founded in Seattle, Washington, and it has a lot of backers from Disney. So I really think that it's great, and it's a platform just like Ethereum or Neo or Quantum looking to build its own ICOs off of. And the biggest thing is Disney marketing, and Disney is fantastic at marketing. They got to be one of the best ever, right? Alongside companies like Apple and things. So I love the fact that it comes from Disney, and there's a lot of people that came over from Disney to work on it, and it's kind of like Disney's blockchain. And they you will need in the future Dragon Chain to basically purchase these ICOs. So that in itself is going to really drive up the value of the Dragon Chain token. You know, people have to own, just like to own Neo, you have to own Neo to purchase into some of these ICOs, etc. It's going to be the same thing for Dragon Chain. You're going to have to own a Dragon Chain, and the team is one of the biggest things behind it that really excites me. So I really like, they have the co-founder of Xbox, David Fries. They have the vice president of Starbucks. They have a ton of people from Disney. They have a guy from the FBI, which is kind of cool, and the founder of Gambit is in there as well. So they have a really, really strong team. And I really love the Disney team members as well, because Disney is honestly, it's one of the best marketing companies in the world that there really is. So, and at first I didn't really like their logo, and now I'm kind of liking it. I should have included logos for all these presentations. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but the Dragon Chain logo is kind of cool. And someone comments, Andrew, Disney is going into the streaming industry also. You know, I think Disney is one of the largest companies here in America. So I do think Dragon Chain is a great hold, and it's number like 50, 60 in CoinMarketCap. I could see this one easily breaking into the top 10 or 15, and I predict its price in 2018 could reach as high as $120, which would be a nice hefty return, and I really feel that. I think this is one of the better coins out of this top 10. I really like it. It's, of course, risky because it's brand new, but I do feel like it has really strong potential, and it is in my high-risk portfolio. Number 1. So no rank here, but this is coin number 1. So let's move on to number 2. IOTA. So IOTA, I think, is still very risky, and I think that it's really cool. So I said Tangle what? So it's a completely different piece of technology, and honestly, it should be in part of everyone's portfolio just for good diversification purposes, but it's definitely a good cryptocurrency to have, especially if you're high risk, because it promises a lot. It's definitely out there, right? It runs off of Tangle, and the way it works is basically its consensus algorithm is basically put and shifted into the users of the platform. And basically, to create a new transaction, you have to approve 2 old transactions. So you get this really nice spider web. So you start with kind of this little transaction in the middle, the Genesis block, and then as you approve other transactions to enter a new transaction into the chain, you have to approve 2 others, and then to add another one, approve 2 more, add another one, approve 2 more after that, and it gets this big expanding like web that really expands upon itself and creates it scales actually as it grows, unlike blockchain technology where the network actually is clogged down, gets clogged up and does not scale with users. So with IOTA scales with users. Actually, it's kind of like an inverse chart there. Like as blockchain users go up on chain, scalability kind of goes down, but in IOTA, as users go on and add to their platform, it goes up. So it's very, very cool. Someone comments their wallet is a little bit buggy, but I do agree. I think it is a little finicky and a little funky, but it makes great use for a great risky investment. They do not have smart contracts yet, which are imperative for making it functionable as a platform for the Internet of Things, and that means that, in my eyes, all that really means is that it's got more potential, right? So if they do enable smart contracts and they get to that where they hope to be, then it could also do very well. So I do these live streams. We kind of do them around 5-6 p.m. Pacific time each day. No real set time, and we try to do them every day. And also what was I going to say? There are some competitors, but the Tangle is very interesting. It's a white paper that took me several nights to get through. It was 60, 70 pages, and I was confused as all hell, but it's pretty out there. It's pretty good, pretty interesting to have, and it's definitely a good means of diversification in your portfolio. So high risk coin number 2. Price prediction, by the way. $100. Right now we're trading at around $4 or $5. I could see this 20xing, crossing the $100 billion mark this year. I do see it reaching, I could see it reaching $100 in 2018. That's my price prediction. And by the way, share Snae's video from last night for a chance to win some free cryptocurrency. He did his quantum video either on Twitter or on Facebook. Actually, I think he said share it on Twitter for a chance to win, so we'll check Twitter, but go share that over on Twitter. Now, KNC. Now, I don't have Ethereum or Bitcoin in this video, guys, so I've picked a way to kind of invest in Ethereum passively, I say here. So this is kind of, if you like Ethereum, you are in the realm of liking things like Ethereum, Raiden, Plasma, Kyber Network, Omisego, all the things that live in kind of the Ethereum hub and are really big and important for what makes Ethereum it. And if you think Ethereum is too high now and not going to make the gains, then I'm going to suggest KNC as a really strong bet. And it's riskier because it's a lot newer, but it's a lot cheaper. So you have the potential for a lot bigger gains. So if you're a fan of Ethereum and you think it's too expensive, I'm going to suggest Kyber. Kyber is the decentralized exchange that Vitalik is kind of working on. So I think it's got huge potential, and I know that decentralized exchanges are the future. I think a lot of people know that, and they will eventually become liquid enough so that they're adoptable and used by the masses. I think that's the biggest issue right now, is that we're having trouble funding liquidity and having the availability to make trades across the network to other people and have them be available to people. And as that issue gets solved, and even Kyber, part of owning the Kyber token, you act as a reserve fund manager, sort of. You act as a reserve pool on the Kyber platform, so you help actually contribute to the liquidity of the ecosystem. It's still very cheap. It's only like $4 or $5. It sunk below its expectations when it launched, and was a great time to pick it up at only like $1.50, I think, after it launched ICO. Great token to get into right now, and it's a great way to invest sort of in Ethereum without directly investing in Ethereum for a lot cheaper, in my opinion. It's only $4. My price prediction is $4, and I think that it could reach $50 by the end of the year. So I think it's a great thing. And by the way, their mainnet and decentralized exchange is supposed to be launching sometime this quarter, so it'll be very exciting to see that. And I think there's a lot of potential to basically do well here in the next couple of months, and it's pretty cheap and a great time to get in, I think. So that was number 4. Moving on to number 3, sorry. Number 4 is Sonam, and Sonam's a project, one of the few ICOs that I've participated in. It is a decentralized cloud computing storage system, essentially, where you can do cloud computing, and cloud computing is going to be extremely powerful in the future. It's one of the coolest applications, I think, that blockchain is able to solve by basically contributing everyone's processing power to the blockchain. I really like that idea. I think it's so cool, and there's so many use cases for it, right? You have medical research, video rendering, site hosting, video streaming, machine learning. The list is almost infinite when it comes to cloud computing. So basically, you kind of take your processing power and you donate it, or not donate it, but you can sell it, and you store it onto the blockchain, and other people can pool those resources together, and then people can do things like medical research and rendering a ton faster. I think it takes thousands and thousands of hours to render like a Pixar video. You know, Pixar is heavily intensive on processors, because, you know, it's all digital, right? There's no, like, you're not really actually videotaping someone in real life and rendering that. You're rendering actual, you know, Pixar and what's it called? You're rendering animations through the computer. So there's a ton of great use cases for Sonam, and I think that it'll be very good. There's a couple competitors to it, but they actually cite a lot of their differences on their subreddit. They're very active, and they're very similar to Golem, but they have a very active community, and they've helped me understand some of the differences between Golem, and they're very helpful, and apparently there's some differences there. They're also similar to a new ICO coming up called Dottie, but there's some scandal things going on right now apparently with Dottie. Apparently they stole some of the white paper from Sonam. Not sure if it's true or not, but there are some competitors to be aware of. Right now it's trading at around 60 cents. My price prediction for the year is around $7.50. I think it definitely has that kind of potential. What's going on, Tom Pock? Yo, Crypto Sonam, I've been wondering, what is the meaning of life? Someone on Twitch asks, what is the meaning of life? Crypto, that is the only meaning of life. I remember in December, you said you had 5 million Verge. I think Snay is the one that had some Verge, and he sold some. I've never actually owned Verge. Looks like my my screen could be a little better. Looks like I'm a little fuzzy. Let me try and fix that real fast. Color. That looks a little better. All right. So moving on. That was number 4, I believe. Number 5 is wager, guys. Wager, wager, wager. Now, I've never been a big fan of gambling or betting and fantasy crypto and you know, funfair or anything, but wager was one that I did participate in. It's an ICO that I participated in that actually proved to be very, very liquid or not liquid, very profitable actually. I purchased the ICO. We purchased in at 5 cents, and today I think we're at around 60 cents. And it's decentralized sports gambling, and I like the fact that though I don't participate in many casino type things, I am not a gambler. I hate risk, honestly, or I hate gambling by nature. All casinos, you know, you're losing when you walk in. The house is always winning. The house never loses, right? So I hate to play casino games because it's a losing proposition. Always, you're always going to lose. So. But however, I am a little bit of a fan of sports gambling, and it's a little different, I guess, in that sense, because you get to choose who you want to vote on. I mean, essentially, you're always losing, right? Because the spread makes it so that you're basically always losing. Someone always wins. You know, the house is always going to win and profit off the thing. But you can always. I think it's kind of fun, right? To gamble a little bit. I'm a fan of sports. I don't really like a whole lot of casino games that much, but I do love sports. I'm a football guy. I like basketball. So I kind of enjoy wager a little bit, and I like the fact that it's not like funfair in the fact that it's, you know, casino gambling. It's not like blackjack or you know, craps or poker. It's only sports, head-to-head gambling, and they're actually working on adding head-to-head. That'll be one of the interesting things that they do, and they have a beta out right now. Like, you could play around in their environment, which I actually like, and they've actually used it to take betting for the Mayweather fight, and it's pretty good. I liked it. I didn't use it to bet on the Mayweather fight, but back in August when they had the Mayweather fight, and they used it and it worked. And the platform, it works on a small scale. They're still waiting to launch, I think, officially. They've said that they've been working a ton behind the scenes. I've kept up to date with the project. It's something that I participated in, and is going to be, you know, it's interesting to follow. They also have masternodes coming out January 15th, so I'll be excited. I think this is one of the first cryptocurrencies I'll have a masternode for, and got in early enough to be able to basically own a masternode, which will be pretty cool. And I love the idea of passive income, so it provides that if you own a certain amount, and it's been doing really, really well lately, and it's only available, unfortunately, on what is it called? Waves, the Waves platform, which honestly I hate. It's terrible to use. I wish they would have went with Ethereum, but you know, when they get added onto other exchanges and they get more liquid and more volume, I think it'll actually do pretty well. And my price prediction this year is a little bit modest compared to some of them. It's trading at 60 cents. I think this one is a riskier one. It could be a home run hitter or it could fall flat. But I'll give a modest price prediction of $4 for the year of 2018. So that's coin number 5, I believe. So let's move on to the next one, and let's look at your questions. Tronic's supposed to have some news tomorrow, I believe. I think Tronic's is got news every day of the year, basically. They said they're being added to an exchange per week in 2018, so a lot of news apparently coming out for Tron. But let's move on to number 6, UTrust. So UTrust is something that I really enjoyed liking. We actually wrote part of the paper for them, and maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know that it's on the same level as Request Network. I think they are sort of similar, but I think Request Network has done very well, and a lot of times you see coins do very well that are basically in the same realm, do well together. Like privacy coins, they all do well when they do well. Same thing here, I could see. So Request Network has had a very nice run up the past couple of days and weeks, and UTrust perhaps also. It's newer, I think, and it's available on KuCoin. They sold out their ICO, and it's basically like a PayPal for cryptocurrency. And what they have that's sort of unique, I think their unique value proposition is very similar to how PayPal has made itself very successful in helping to remediate payments between parties in disagreement. Is they have a remediation system of their own where you can dispute transactions, and team members of the of the UTrust team will help remediate the disagreement between the two parties. So maybe some facets of centralization, which isn't the best, but I think it's extremely new and extremely primed for, you know, a good run. It's very cheap right now. I predict it could reach as high as $10 in 2018, and I feel like it's sort of under the radar. I feel like it could really do well given Request Network's recent run up, and you should check it out. It's something that I own as well, and it's actually a pretty good project. I actually liked it a lot until I found about Request Network. I think I like Request Network more, but UTrust could be a decent play as well. So that's number 5 or 6, I forget. We are moving on to EOS, and EOS I think is a big question mark, EOS is a big question mark for me. I hate the fact that they're raising $1 billion. I question that every day. And it's a year long, but it's claiming to be the Ethereum killer. They have sub-second block times, which is at least one requirement to sort of reach that scalability that we're all talking about. We need sub-second block times in order to appeal to the masses, right? Without that, you're not going to do much. By the way, smash that thumbs up button, hit that likes button. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the likes. Hit that likes, hit that heart, hit that thumb up, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, hit that heart button. But I think it has a humongous potential. This is also kind of like another one where either it takes over the world or it doesn't. And that means it's super high risk for me. And is definitely worth a position in your portfolio because it could be the next Ethereum, if not better. And he's basically contributed to BitShares as well as Steemit. He invented delegated proof of stake. And I think that it has humongous potential. It could fall flat on its face, guys. It could end up being a no-namer. And I question very much why they need to raise $1 billion and why the ICO is a year long. There's very little progress updates, very little information out there. But could be interesting. Could be extremely profitable. This could be that coin that is, $10,000 in several years. It could be a $10,000 per EOS. So we'll see. We'll see if it lives up to all that hype. This is either going to be the best ICO you've ever participated in, or the worst. Probably one or the other. So take a look, get you some EOS, and let's all hope and pray for the best. Isn't Quantum the Gen 3 ETH? It is. There's a lot of Gen 3 competition, by the way. So EOS promises Gen 3 solutions, so does Quantum, so does Neo in some regards, so does Cardano. There's a lot now, and it's almost like if you're not Gen 3 at this point, a lot of my largest investments recently have been Gen 3 solutions. So Next up is Genesis Vision. Genesis Vision was also part of my retirement fund. I thought it was really, really good project. I think it still has absolutely humongous potential. My price prediction is $400, trading at $40 about right now. And I think that it's absolutely a great project. There's a lot of tokenized asset funds out there, and I think that there's a lot of potential for this project in specific. There's such a low coin supply. There's only like 4 million. Guys, you know that there's only like 16 million Bitcoin, and that's part of what gives it its high valuation. This is also another coin, given its low market cap, could be like literally a $10,000 coin if it's around in 5-6 years. The ticker acronym for this token is GVT, and it's tokenizing assets just like Brickblock, like Black Moon, but I liked it way better. I looked heavily into all three. I've worked for all three. I've looked into all three, and I think that Genesis Vision is one of the better ones out there. I think it's the best one in my opinion, and we called it literally at $4 or $5. We've said it. We've told people in our group that we were investing into the ICO and that it was our favorite of many projects that we looked into, and it still is continuing to do well. I still think it's got a long way. I think it could easily get into the top 100 in CoinMarketCap, and I'm predicting a $400 valuation next year at some point in 2018. So Genesis Vision is definitely a big one. It's one we've called many weeks ago, and we hope that you got into it. And if you didn't already, I don't think it's still too late. I think they still have a really a lot of great potential, a lot of potential. Trust managers get their own cryptocurrency. They're helping to add transparency and investments and legacy type of investing, and I think it's definitely good. Low token supply, 4 million, less than 4 million. This coin is easily going to be $1,000 coin in the next year or two if it's still around. So definitely check it out. Super humongous potential. And if people are asking how to join the group chat, you may be referring to the Moon Lounge or the Cryptosomniac Advantage. Signups will be available this week. Sign up for them at cryptosomniac.com, and the newsletter there you'll get a chance to talk. You'll get an email with all the directions, how to sign up, what you get, and all that sometime this week when it launches. So we're getting close to that. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll get a reminder. So I forget what token we're on. We're on 6 or 7. So let's move on to 7 or 8. So at number 7 or 8 is Snowvo, which I think is really far down on the list and also a chance for humongous potential. Trading around a quarter right now. My price prediction for 2018 is $4, and I like a couple of things about them. They are crowdsourcing leads, which is not the most exciting project in my opinion as far as really vamps me up and gets me excited, but they have a working project, and they have this Chrome plugin, which is neat. It works, and they've had a lot of users on their platform already, and basically leads are a very profitable people's create these lists of people's information and use it to buy and sell info and things like that, and crowdsourcing it on the blockchain can provide a lot of different things. Help keep the leads up to date, help keep them from bouncing. You get paid to update leads, you get paid to add leads, so you can add leads to the system and get paid for it, so it incentivizes other people that have these lists of leads to add to their platform, and you get paid for it, kind of like Civic in a way, where if you validate someone's information, you get paid in Civic tokens, similar to Snowvo in that regard. However, it's for crowdsourcing leads, meaning email lists, names, addresses, people's phone numbers, information that is sellable, resellable information. And they have an existing company with a lot of users. It was a coin that we covered here on the channel several weeks ago, so if you're interested in learning more, definitely head back to that video to learn more about them. But I definitely think it's a high risk one. It's very new, very young, got added to KuCoin, but it could definitely be one of those coins that moons to a couple dollars in the next couple of weeks, months. So high risk, high reward, but I do think it's interesting, and it's a better project. We like to look for projects in this high risk fund that are further down on that list that have a lot of potential to do well. So there's a lot of risk involved with, say, investing in Snowvo, but it's further, and it's because it's further down that list, but it's got potential. It's not like a shit project. A lot of projects beyond the top 2, 3, 400, they won't be around in several years. This is a company that could. No guarantees. It's high risk, balls to the walls, but, you know, without chasing, you might miss the opportunity. So check it out. By the way, hit that thumbs up button, hit that likes button if you're a fan of the video. Share it. We'll have a chance to win some free cryptocurrency here at the end if you share this video. And we have VChain. VChain's on this list here. So there's a bunch of competitors now in the space. I think Walton being one of the largest ones. And I think that Walton is focusing more, however, on apparel. And I think VChain is focusing more on, they actually have some partnerships lined up already. They were working, I believe, with the largest freight company in the world, accounting for, I think it's 10% of all the freights transfers in the world. They have a partnership with a wine company. They are basically doing supply chain logistics and helping to reduce counterfeiting of items. And they have a partnership right now with a wine company where you pop the top of your wine bottle or something and it gets registered onto the blockchain, and it's very, very valid use case. I think it could be tremendous. I think that it is, my prediction is $80 by, by 2018. It's only around $4 right now. I think it's one of the more solid coins out there. And I really, really like the partnerships. That's kind of, I wrote partnerships, and that's one of the biggest things I look for in projects. VChain has some of the best that are out there in regards to partnerships. I really feel like they have a ton of good partnerships. Really something I look for when I invest into cryptocurrencies. Now, I do list a couple of other competitors. There's a lot of differences between them. There's Walton, there's VChain, there's Modem, there's Wabi, there's IOTA chain. There's a lot of competitors all kind of working in the same space, all a little bit different. But I do like VChain as out of the most of them, I think, due to their partnerships. High risk, high reward. There's a lot of competitors, but I think this one could be a killer. And I'm predicting at $80 at the end of the year, guys. This one could be pretty big. One of the solid coins, I think, in this list of top 10 cryptocurrencies. Is Verge a fork of Litecoin? I believe Verge is a fork of Dogecoin, somebody told me. Is that true? Dogecoin or Bitcoin Dark or something funky? I forget. So again, hit that thumbs up button, hit that likes button. Guys, share yesterday's video on Twitter for a chance to win some free Tron. By the way, my Tron levels looked like to be spot on. If anyone got in at my levels, they looked really good because we've bounced off them, and now it looks like we're making some money again. So thumbs up to you guys that got in on those levels. Let's move on to whatever's next. I think that was maybe 8 or 9. There might only be one coin left. Oh wow, that might have been all of them, guys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's all 10, folks. That is my top 10 cryptocurrency high risk fund. So again, this was designed for people that are sort of 18 to 25 years of age. Someone that is younger that can afford more risk. Of course, you can participate in any of these coins no matter your age. Like I said, I own all 10 of the coins that I talked about. I think they're all pretty good holds and lots and lots of potential. That's the key word I want you guys to focus on. A lot of potential here. There's a lot of fall on your face flat potential as well, but a lot of potential for the upside as well. This could make you, your $1 $10 million portfolio. It could also give you the $0 portfolio. So high risk, high reward. You can't get the money without chasing the honey. So this is my high risk, high reward portfolio. So I'll take a couple of questions and see what we can do. And I did medium this, and I already did. So someone on Twitter asks, can you do medium and low risk rewards? So yes, if you're new, I did do this video for medium and low risk. Basically, I did one called the retirement fund, which is your low risk, and then I did the medium risk just 4 or 5 days ago. Check those out, and I think that you'll really enjoy them given this type of video. And maybe we'll do a cryptocurrency new cryptocurrencies I'm keeping my eye on video, kind of, because I see a lot of people talking about VChain, and I am definitely going to probably be getting into that. I definitely was an ICO that I was close to participating in, but never did. Someone asks, can I talk about the Moon Lounge? So Moon Lounge is being converted to the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and is being will be available this week, and signups will be available. Sign up to our newsletter at www.cryptosomniac.com and sign up for the newsletter. You'll get a chance to, or you'll get an email about when the signups are available and directions and how. You'll also get a free trial. You'll also get a chance to check it out and see if you like it or not before you end up participating. You also get our free tax document written by our what's his name? Written by Henrique, great team member of ours. Really respect his work. So we also have an ICO list that you get as part of the Cryptosomniac Advantage. Some of the best ICOs that we're looking to participate in ourselves this month. So a lot of great information there, and let's take some questions. So top 10 ICOs. How do you participate in ICOs being in the Bay Area / US? So a lot of ICOs are actually banned from participating in if you're in the US, unfortunately. For me, I get involved in a lot as a partner usually, and I'm kind of just lucky. They kind of give me tokens kind of directly, and I don't really need to participate in the ICO. Do I have a VChain masternode? No, I do not. I haven't really ever looked into masternodes yet. I don't own any one, so I'm not sure about how to set them all up, and it's a little confusing. I'll have to figure it out the first time, and I will basically what's it called? I will figure all that out, I think, for Wager, because I think Wager has a new or has masternodes coming out later this month that I'd love to be able to use. So are you able to look at the next buy position on Dragon? So let's go to the chart, and I'll give you guys some positions for Dragon. There's not a lot of charting out there yet, though, so it might be a difficult one to chart, but we'll try to take a look for you guys. It's very difficult to chart new cryptocurrencies. Someone asked about Snowvo and different things like that. I think that when you're talking about a project that young, I can't really provide levels. It's kind of like just go buy it now type of thing. It's been out for like a week, so there's really not much to say on some of them. And Dragon doesn't even have charts yet, so it's really tough to provide levels when there's no charts. I guess we could go on KuCoin's exchange and chart it, because they do have a little bit of data, but it's super hard to chart data this young. It's almost like just go buy it. There's just not a lot of data here to go off of. Where is Dragon Chain? Where is the dragons? How do I chart? Markets, maybe? What would be your entry price for Dragon?
KuCoin bonus
plan.
plan.
Answer that now.
As a vibrant.
Look at. Thanks for the donation, by the way, the $2, Brendan from New Zealand, and we do appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Let me try to pull up the chart here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Dragon Chain. How do I look at the damn chart? I just want to see the chart. Here we go. So here is the chart. I'll give you sort of my levels. Actually, might be a decent time to get into Dragon. Looks like the chart is looking decent. I'll try to add a couple of indicators here. Like I said, there's just not a lot of data here to go off of, so it's very difficult to give you good entries. And we'll look at the 1 hour, and we'll look at the MACD. But there's just not a lot to go off of. This is the daily. We'll look at the 1 hour. It's just so hard. It's so hard right now. Honestly, I would say go pick some up literally right now, given its dip. Because there's not enough statistics, I'm just going to give you some real safer bets here. And I'm going to say, look to these areas of support and resistance that we could lean back on in a dip, just because it's where you know, it's where it's most recently come from. So 0.003 Satoshis looks like a good mark. And right now 0.0037 looks like a decent mark. But here's our next line of resistance that I'd look to get in, 0.0033. And then kind of under that would be like around here, 0.0026. So take a look at those levels. That's kind of my 2 or 3 levels for you there. And could be decent entry point. Bradley Johnson, thanks for the $2. I appreciate it. Yo, I'm from Philly, bro. Just found your channel. I am from Philadelphia. I was originally born there. Grew up 24, 25 years. Spent there. Spent a couple of years in Southeast Asia. And now I'm in Los Angeles, California. And pretty soon we might be looking to get out of here, go to the Cayman Islands or something with all this crypto, because the U.S. is pretty shitty when it comes to taxes. Sam, KCS buy-in, any dip do you think? I would buy on any dip. Like I said, KCS is another one that you can't really chart yet. There is no data to it. So buy on the dip, like right now, buy if we hit that level, 0.077. Right now we're at 0.013. So look for that dip as your next one. There's not a lot of data to go off of, so that's gonna be my recommendation for the moment. For, you know, the coins that are so new where there's not a lot of info out for them. So hit that thumbs up button, guys. Do me a favor, share this video. We're gonna give you guys some free crypto at the end of the video, and we will do our best to serve you. I don't know. We will do our best to bring you this great content every day. So let's actually head over to the Twitter and pick a winner for yesterday's video that Snay shared on the Cryptosomniac, the Twitter. Head over there. We have 92 retweets, guys. Let's try to get to 100 retweets for this video today. So share this video. Looks like I'm live here. 36 videos. Share that video for a chance to win tomorrow. But let's pick a winner from yesterday. 92 tweets, and looks like I have to log in before I can see who was the retweeter. Who was the retweeter? 92. And there is a bunch of people here. Not everyone's information is public, so we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I can see 25 people, so we'll use a random number generator to pick someone between 1 and 25. And looks like lucky number 22, so we'll count backwards. 25, 24, 23, 22. KC, Crypto King, congratulations for participating. And you just won yourself from free Tron, and we will be in touch with you soon. So Tronic's going to 10 cents after tomorrow's news. We all sure hope so. Or no, that would be bad. Tron is at like 17 cents right now, right, guys? That would not be good. Tron, 18 cents right now, up a little bit. A lot of things doing well today. Ethereum, Quantum down a lot from its run up. Icon doing extremely well. Dentacoin popping off the chain. Kind of sitting around this 818 million market cap, 818 billion market cap, sorry. But a lot going on. So anyway, we'll get you that free crypto. Share this video for a chance to win some free crypto tomorrow, guys, either on Facebook or Twitter. And what we'll do is we'll see you later tonight. I think Snay's going to do a video in a couple of hours, so stay tuned. If you're a late night person, stay up for him. Sam, when do you guys contact people? I won Tronics a couple days ago. Hey, Pedro. Usually we reach out later that day. We will hunt you down. Hopefully you have a Facebook. I'll try to remember your name on Facebook. Let's see if I can find you. And find you, Pedro Rodriguez. No, you're Pedro Salomo. Fuck. Let me go back to the Facebook page. And why don't you send us a message on our Facebook page, facebook.com/cryptosomniac, and we'll get in touch with you there. And we'll get in touch with you. So can you look one's clear poll, please? I'm not sure what that means. Do you think Tron is going to have a big week? Kind of tough. I think a lot of the run-up is kind of priced in already for everything that's gone on. It's a pretty stable top 10 cryptocurrency at this point. You know, there's not a lot of ton of room for growth right now, right? Like for it to double, it would have to, you know, get in front of Nem and almost Cardano. So I think a lot of the run-up is kind of done for the time being, but definitely a great coin. I think it's still going to do extremely well throughout the year. But the 1000x return is obviously over at this point. But take a look at it. And Adam Camara asks about CopyTrack. Yeah, check out my video on CopyTrack. I think it's one of the oldest dated pieces of things you could really do with the blockchain. It's a new ICO coming out that actually certifies ownership of imagery on the internet, and it's one of the best use cases, honestly, there is for blockchain. One of the most simple, straightforward use cases that we knew blockchain could do and solve and help us when it, you know, came to everyone's, you know, was invented in 2009. So very simple use case, great use case. And someone just said I put $30 in each of the 10 high risk coins. That's awesome. Great idea. You know, take a shot on all 10, spread evenly. I didn't rank them at all. Just go 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What exchanges do I mainly use? I mainly use Binance and KuCoin. I think they're great exchanges. By the way, if you're new to either platform, go to my video. You don't have to. We have referral links in both. Check them out. Get signed up on KuCoin and Binance, both my newest favorite exchanges. You don't have to use my referral link. And also, if you want to book an appointment with Snay or I, feel free to do so. We offer a money-back guarantee. You know, if you're not happy or satisfied with the one-on-one, you can always ask for money back. You can book with me. You can book with Snay. You can book with Snay and I. A lot of people book with me for whatever reason. Snay is just as intelligent. He's a bit cheaper since I am always overbooked. So check him out. You can book with either of us. And money back guarantee. You know, if you don't find it helpful, just say so at the end of the call. We'll refund you. But we haven't had anyone actually do that yet. So hopefully we stay 100 for 100. To get an idea of what ICOs we like and which ones we're participating in, we kind of reserve that for the Moon Lounge and top ICOs of the month. And that's something that you get as part of being the Cryptosomniac Advantage. You can always try free trial out and see if you like it, see if it's for you, and stick around. And we will be launching signups later this week. Sign up for cryptosomniac.com, the newsletter. You'll get an opportunity. You'll stay up to date of when we're releasing that information and when signups will be, how you get involved, how you can participate, how you get access to the platform. And we look forward to it this week. So somebody wants a refund on their Litecoin. Did I learn trading on my own, self-study? I guess it was largely self-study. So made my first purchase of Bitcoin ever was in 2012, and I honestly got in just like everyone else does. It wasn't a lot, you know. I didn't understand what it was. My friend got me to do it, and he was pretty excited and pumped. And it took me about 1 to 2 years to fully understand, and it took me more time to get a grasp on it. Probably didn't reinvest anything for a while after 2012. Probably didn't make any purchases until 2013. And you know, I've bought in Bitcoin probably every year since then, and it's been a wild ride. I've studied blockchain technology pretty heavily since the year 2014. Probably started to really learn about what it was all about then. I kind of dismissed it early on from you know, its early stages in 2012 when I first bought it. Wasn't sure. It was just a, you know, a whatever kind of purchase. And you know, as it grew in value, my interest was obviously more and more peaked. You know, it peaked a lot more. So Bradley Johnson, thanks a lot for the $1 donation. Deep Brain is something that we have not done a ton of research on yet, unfortunately. We'll have to check this out and do more research on it because it's new. There's just so many projects to keep up to date with. The biggest thing is really just if you miss an opportunity, there's so many more. So like Deep Brain is doing really well today, right? So it's no biggie, you know. I missed it, you know. I didn't get in yesterday or before, you know. I don't own it, but if you got in, congrats to you. I unfortunately didn't. It's just there's so many projects to stay on top of. That's interesting. Any luck with the man Charles? I think the ball still is in his court at this point. He never messaged me back on Twitter. Maybe we need to send him another tweet. Maybe by tomorrow, if he doesn't respond, we'll tweet at him again. But there's always new opportunities in Deep Brain. Like, yeah, we missed Deep Brain, but if you got into Omise Go, Litecoin, or anything else that's done very well the past couple of nights, then you've done very well for yourself. So it's always tough to say. There's so many different cryptocurrencies, and there's always future opportunities. That's the biggest thing you have to learn. If you missed the boat today, don't go chasing it. Don't chase that coin. Look at all the things that are down today that you have a chance to get in at, that are solid projects. You could get into BitConnect today for only $366. Come on. Who's not going to jump in on that opportunity? I'm only kidding, but there's always future opportunities, so take a look, and we'll give you guys a chance to win some free cryptocurrency tomorrow. So hit that thumbs up button, hit that likes button. Snake will be back later to do a segment of his own. We'll try to do some videos with us together, and we'll just try to keep doing what we do. Comment, leave your feedback on the videos, what you guys want to see. I know the comments don't become available until after the video is uploaded, but those help the best, you know, for future content. You know, what you guys want to see. You want to see a video with Snay and I naked, or what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see? So keep that all in mind, and we'll stay tuned and do this again in a couple of hours. Snay will be back, so stay tuned, fellas. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Peace. Oh, we got $2 real quick. Trevor Abel, before we go, what is your opinion on mining contracts? I only own one, a Hashflare one. It was a test. I don't know much about them. I'd really love to get a guy on board to my team that knows a ton about mining that you could consult with, and maybe we'll do that. If that's interesting to you guys. I have a really good buddy that knows a ton about mining, and maybe we work to bring him inside of the Sonam platform. He's a great guy, willing to come out, fly out, and set up rigs for you and all different types of things like that. So if you guys are interested in mining, maybe I'll have to bring him on as part of the team, and he can help answer some questions. But I tested out one on Hashflare. Genesis Mining is another one that a buddy got into very early, and they're actually working. My Hashflare contract is paying me every day, but they just upped the price apparently for terahashes and whatnot, and is more expensive than it was actually when I bought the contract a couple weeks ago. So unfortunate, but definitely check it out. And I can't offer a ton of opinions, but if it's something that you guys are pretty interested in when it comes to mining, comment, leave your feedback below. What I could do is I could have another consultant part of the team that is a mining expert. We have a really good guy that knows a ton about mining, and maybe you could book one-on-ones and talk to mining with him. My thoughts on Monero from Zach Turner, donated $2. Trying to head out, and everyone's just donating to the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Of course, I always answer anyone's questions that donates to the channel. We do appreciate it. We try to answer your questions whether you donate to the channel or not. But of course, it's very difficult to answer everyone's questions. But Zach Turner, my thoughts on Monero, hands down the best privacy cryptocurrency there is. I am an early adopter of Monero. My first purchase was under $1 for Monero. It is also one of the best investments of literally my entire life. I have spotted Monero extremely early on, and it's by far the best privacy coin out there. They have ring signatures. They have great security privacy token, and I really don't think we need more than one. There's so many. There's Monero, Verge, and Pivx, and Zcash, and Dash to some extent, and all these different cryptocurrencies. You only need Monero. Monero is by hands down the best. You're in good hands with Monero. So if you own it, keep holding on to that sucker. Monero is one of my top 10 low risk funds. That sucker is going to be there for years and years and years. I almost guarantee it. One of the best coins out there. Hold on to that sucker for dear life, please. It's a great project. One of the best. So peace, everybody. I'm going to head out, and we'll do this again in just a little bit. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Hit that little bell for when I go live. It'll notify you to make sure you get here on the channel while I'm live.